New York City, known as the Big Apple, started as a small Dutch settlement named New Amsterdam in 1626. This modest beginning set the stage for a city that would grow and transform beyond anyone's wildest dreams. The Dutch, with their practical and artistic architectural styles, shaped the initial cityscape. However, in 1664, a change of hands saw the British take control, renaming the settlement New York after their Duke of York. New York rapidly developed into a bustling trading port, attracting people from across the globe, each bringing with them a piece of their homeland. This melting pot of cultures began to reflect in the city's architecture, creating a unique fusion of European styles. The city's structures, from homes to public buildings, mirrored the Dutch and English influences, blended with the traditions of the new settlers. By the turn of the 19th century, New York was poised to undergo a transformation that would forever alter its architectural landscape. As the city grew, so did its ambitions, resulting in the birth of the first skyscrapers. Skyscrapers were not just buildings, they were symbols of the city's relentless pursuit of progress, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Let's take a trip back in time to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when New York's skyline started to transform dramatically. Iconic skyscrapers like the Flatiron Building, the Woolworth Building, and the Chrysler Building began to grace the city's skyline. These weren't just tall structures, they represented a shift from the European architectural styles that had previously dominated to a uniquely American approach. This approach was characterized by height, grandeur, and a desire to reach for the skies. The Flatiron Building, with its unique triangular shape, was one of the pioneers in this shift. Completed in 1902, it was one of the tallest buildings in the city at the time and quickly became an icon of New York. Then came the Woolworth Building in 1913, which held the title of the world's tallest building for 17 years. This Gothic-style skyscraper was a symbol of the city's economic power, earning it the nickname the Cathedral of Commerce. And who can forget the Chrysler Building? Rising to a height of 1,046 feet, this Art Deco masterpiece was the world's tallest building, albeit for a brief 11 months, until the completion of the Empire State Building. But these architectural marvels would not have been possible without advancements in technology. The invention of the elevator, for instance, made it feasible for people to access the higher floors of these towering structures. These towering structures set a new standard for what was architecturally possible, paving the way for the next great architectural feat. They became symbols of New York, testaments to the city's ambition, its dynamism, and its ever-reaching aspirations. And they were just the beginning. With each new building, New York continued to redefine its skyline and the very concept of what a city could be. Post-World War II New York City witnessed an explosion of modernist architecture. This era was marked by simplicity and functionality, with architects experimenting with new materials, primarily steel and glass. These materials allowed for the creation of structures that were not just aesthetically pleasing, but also utilitarian in nature. One such iconic construction is the Seagram Building, designed by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe and Philip Johnson. With its bronze exterior and glass curtain walls, it stands as a beacon of the international style. Another modernist marvel is the Guggenheim Museum, a masterpiece by Frank Lloyd Wright. Its spiral structure, a stark contrast to the conventional museum layout, revolutionized the way art was experienced. The continuous ramp and the open rotunda invite visitors to experience art in a flow, rather than compartmentalized rooms. As we moved into the late 20th and early 21st centuries, architecture in New York City saw the rise of postmodern and deconstructivist movements. The AT&T Building, designed by Philip Johnson, is a prime example of postmodern architecture, with its Chippendale-inspired roof and ornamentation. On the other hand, the New Museum, an epitome of deconstructivist architecture, breaks away from traditional forms, with its series of irregularly aligned boxes. From humble Dutch houses to towering skyscrapers and groundbreaking modernist masterpieces, New York City's architecture tells the story of a city constantly evolving, pushing boundaries and redefining the skyline. New York City's architectural journey is a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. This journey began with a strong European influence, then soared skyward with the birth of skyscrapers, a symbol of American innovation. As we moved into the 20th century, the city embraced modernist and postmodernist styles, shaping its distinctive skyline. In the words of architect Daniel Libeskind, architecture is not based on concrete and steel and the elements of the soil, it's based on wonder. And New York City is a city that continues to inspire wonder through its remarkable architecture,